Less than 24 hours. That is all it took. Iran signed a ceasefire, posted a fake version of the deal for its own people, CNN ran the fake version as real news, Trump called it fraud, and then Iran launched missiles at Kuwait, the UAE, and Israel. All of that in one night. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas, I'm the Power Pundit, and I want to walk you through what just happened, step by step. Because if you are only getting your news from cable television, you are getting a completely different story from reality. So let me start with what actually happened at the negotiation table. Iran's foreign minister, Sayed Abbas Araghchi, posted a statement on behalf of Iran's Supreme National Security Council, and Trump reposted it on Truth Social. That is important. Trump reposted it because that is the real statement. And what does it say? Two things. If the United States stops attacking Iran, Iran will stop its defensive operations, and for 2 weeks, the Strait of Hormuz will allow safe passage coordinated with Iran's armed forces. That's it. That is the deal. A 2-week pause and the strait opens. The United States put 15 conditions on the table for the negotiations starting Friday in Islamabad. Shoot down the nuclear program, end enrichment, hand over enriched uranium, stop funding Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis, and the Iraqi militias, open Hormuz with no conditions, accept inspections everywhere. Iran put 10 conditions on the table, including a permanent end to the war, full sanctions relief, a $2 million toll per ship through Hormuz, reconstruction money, a guarantee that Iran will never be attacked again. But these are starting positions. Neither side has accepted the other side's terms. Is that clear enough? Good. Now, what did Iran do next? Iran released a second statement, not for the Americans, but for the Iranian people. That second statement claimed that Trump had already accepted all 10 of Iran's conditions. Sanctions lifted, enrichment recognized, forces withdrawing, war over, Iran wins. None of that is true. Trump had already called Iran's proposal not good enough less than 48 hours earlier. The word he used was workable, which in negotiation language means a starting point, not a done deal. But Iran needed to tell its own people that they had won. Because when your air force is destroyed, your navy is gone, your supreme leader is dead, your intelligence chiefs are dead, your missile production is crippled, and your economy is weeks away from collapse, you cannot go on state television and say, we surrendered. You have to say, we won. The exact same thing happened with my country, Venezuela. Delcy Rodriguez has been doing the same thing for months. She would submissively obey the United States demands, agree to terms behind closed doors, walk out to the cameras and announce a completely different version of what was agreed to. The domestic audience heard one story. The international audience heard another. And what counts in the end is that whatever is left of the Maduro regime, the United States has them by the balls. And that is what Iran just did. 2 statements, one real, one theater, and CNN picked up the theater version. So CNN ran a headline based on the propaganda statement. Trump called it a fraud. And CNN responded by saying they got the statement directly from Iranian officials and from Iranian state media. Both of those things can be true at the same time. Yes, Iran put that statement out. Iranian officials gave it to CNN, and it does not reflect the actual terms of the deal, because it was never meant to. It was the face-saving version. The version Tehran tells its own people so the regime can survive the humiliation. CNN's mistake was treating Iranian domestic propaganda as the definitive account of the negotiations. Any serious analyst would have looked at that statement and immediately understood what it was. A regime talking to its own audience. And, well, CNN ended up deleting that article. And this matters because there are commentators on the right, people who call themselves conservative, who are now running with the same narrative. Iran won the war. Trump caved. They are using Iranian propaganda filtered through CNN to attack Donald Trump, just for clicks and profits. And then Iran proved everyone wrong in the most spectacular way possible. Less than 2 hours after the ceasefire began, Iran launched missile barrages at Israel, Kuwait, the UAE, and Bahrain. The Kuwaiti military reported 28 hostile drones intercepted, some targeting oil facilities and power stations. The UAE Ministry of Defense reported engaging 17 ballistic missiles and 35 drones only this morning. I'm going to review the speech from U.S. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth on my Body Language Guide channel today, and one of the most relevant statements he gave was, Iran begged for a ceasefire. Now, you are probably asking, how can Iran beg for a ceasefire and keep attacking at the same time? The answer is something most commentators are missing completely. Iran right now has a power struggle between two factions. The political wing, led by President Pezeshkian, is, let's say, a bit more pragmatic. Pezeshkian knows that the economy is weeks from total collapse. He publicly warned about it. He wants to negotiate. He may even be willing to accept surrender terms. I am not saying that he's a saint, the same way that no Venezuelan would tell you that Delcy Rodriguez is. But as long as they dance to the United States tune, then that is a good start. But the weapons are not in Pezeshkian's hands. The weapons belong to the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, the IRGC. And the IRGC operates under something called the Mosaic Doctrine. Iran is divided into 32 independent military regions. Each region can launch strikes on its own without orders from Tehran. That means the political leadership can sign a ceasefire at the table while IRGC commanders in the field keep launching missiles because they answer to a completely different chain of command. That is why this ceasefire broke. It is not chaos. It is a country at war with itself. The politicians want to survive by negotiating. The military wants to die fighting. And right now, both of them are acting at the same time. And here's why this matters, because Trump already knows this. Today, Trump posted something extraordinary on Truth Social. He said the United States has determined that Iran has gone through, and I want you to hear this carefully, a very productive regime change. Regime change. Trump is saying the old guard is gone. Khamenei is dead. The IRGC commanders are being eliminated one by one. The intelligence chiefs, the defense minister, the head of the Basish, the chief of the staff, all dead. What is left is the political wing, Pezeshkian's people, and they are the ones at the negotiating table. Trump is not treating the IRGC strikes as Iran breaking the deal. He is treating them as a dying military faction acting on its own while the real power shifts to the politicians who want to deal. He posted about regime change and reconstruction in the same breath. He is already looking past the missiles. And then, minutes later, Trump posted a second message, a 50% tariff on any country supplying military weapons to Iran. Effective immediately, no exclusions, no exemptions. He did not name China, but he did not have to. Russia is already sanctioned into the ground. North Korea's trade with America is zero. The only country where a 50% blanket tariff causes catastrophic damage is China, which trades over $500 billion a year with the United States. And China has been caught shipping sodium perchlorate to Iran during this war. That is the chemical used to make solid rocket propellant, the propellant inside every ballistic missile that just hit Kuwait and the UAE. So read those two posts together. The first is the carrot for Iran. Come to the table. We see the regime change happening. We will help you rebuild. The second is the stick for China. Stop arming the IRGC or pay 50% on everything you sell to America. Two posts, two targets, one negotiating table. And the man who wrote The Art of the Deal just set the price for every country sitting at it. So that's one ceasefire, one fake statement, 4 countries attacked, and the American president is 3 moves ahead of everyone commenting on this situation. I want to hear from you. What do you think happens next? Tell me in the comments. And remember to share this video with your friends and family so they know what's actually going on. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Power Pundit. Much love and bliss.